We're Grungy.
How do we start this game?
What's up, YouTube?
We left off last time on a little bit of a cliffhanger.
I'm on an island and there's bamboo. I'm so happy, you guys. I can't wait anymore. I can't. Can't wait.
Oh, dude, you better bring me some bamboo.
Some what?
Some bamboo.
Some bamboo.
What was the thing that I put emphasis on that you think is weird?
Cashew.
Cashew. Cashew. Cashew. Cashew. I don't know. What? I mean, is it really that wrong to put the emphasis on shoe and rather than cash?
There's only gonna be one bamboo shoe in the island. I hope there's more. I didn't eat any fruits before I came here.
Oh, and you don't.
I can't. Well, if I chop it down, it doesn't like.
There are no fruits. It just gives you regular wood if you chop it down.
I don't know what happens if I chop it down.
I mean,
find out.
They're nice. You made fun of me for it. Ooh, more bamboo shoots.
Bamboo shoots.
You better give me one. Send me one in the mail.
Okay. I'm so happy.
Preferably with a love letter, because I sent you a love letter and you haven't sent me fucking shit.
Well, go ahead and read into that.
Yeah, well, you know. Yeah, you get bamboo, dude. But I think that's probably to build like bamboo furniture and shit,
Yeah.
right? But if you
Which I have a ton of.
if you
there's different kinds.
If you chop one down completely and then dig it up, what happens?
I don't know.
What is it, just like hard bamboo and soft bamboo?
It's bamboo pieces and young spring bamboo.
Wow, I like... Is that a third kind, or is that one in the shade?
That one's in the shade.
I likey.
Me too.
What if you can... Yeah, I wonder what you can make from all this shit.
I have a lot of bamboo recipes right now, so I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, and I do believe this is a rare island, the Bamboo Island.
Yeah.
Oh, you just picked up some weeds.
Yeah.
Oh, you can eat those fruits, babe.
Ooh, good idea.
You can eat the coconuts. The lime in the coconut. And then you can dig some shit up, you know? Eat both of them. Both of them. Oof. Man, that almond milky beverage that I just drank is kind of doing weird things to my belly. It's making it a little Did that work?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, what a win. So, oh, I like it. Yeah, and you could just plant those? Why are you planting those right now?
I don't know. I don't need them. I don't want them.
Aren't you gonna look into that rock there that you want?
I have so much stuff right now. That's what I was
But
just
what if it's a
typing
money
up.
rock?
I don't think... Do they have money rocks on these islands?
I have
guess I might be
no
able to get
clue.
eggs out of it, so I might as well.
Yeah, I have no clue.
No, I clue.
I have no clue whether or not you can get eggs out of it, but I mean not money out of it if you're on a regular island like this, or like a faraway
I
island.
need more beverage.
You can get to roly-poly.
Poly.
You need more beverage?
I don't need more beverage.
I mean, I'm down if you are. Okay, BRB. Hey, resume the Lindsay show.
It's the time for the Lindsay show. I'm getting more and more control over this channel, you guys. Someday it will be mine. You can count on that. I'm just kidding. I really have no presence in front of a camera by myself. I used to want to be an actress when I was growing up, and I really don't know where I thought that was going, because as soon as someone turns a camera on me, it's incredibly weird. You guys can check out a perfect example of that on his other channel, the Kuri Kurinton channel. I'm in a road through a sightseer's road. Is it called a sightseer's road through Mizunami?
Yes.
Whatever. It's the Mizunami tourism videos, episode 8. About halfway through, I show up in there to eat some food on camera and try and make it look delicious. And
Here you go.
it's... I mean...
No, it's a good video.
You know...
You look good.
The video is great. He's a good editor. He makes my performance look like, okay, so I forgot how to eat food like a person during this video. He's filming me. There's no one in the restaurant. It's not even, like, open at the time, so they're cooking
it's
some food.
just for the purpose of us filming.
Just for the purpose of us filming. So it's an empty restaurant. I'm sitting at a table alone, and this woman brings meals out to me, like, one by one, and I have to, like, take bites and make it look tasty. And so, something that I forgot when we were filming this video is how to eat food like a person. Because every single time I would take a bite and be like, like, oishi, and like look at them and smile and then put my fork down.
Yeah, oh my god. Every single time you use your fork and knife to cut something and then set the knife down before you scooped it up with the fork too. Which was another thing I had to edit through. I'm like watching this footage and I'm like, babe, what the fuck are you doing?
I don't know how to eat. Like, the camera was on me, and I was like, how do I do this?
The title of this episode is going to be, like, Bamboo Island and eating food like a person.
Eat like a human. Let's learn how.
Yeah, how to.
By the third course, I remember looking at Clint and being like, I just realized that when people eat food they like, they don't put down their fork between every bite. They just keep eating.
Dude, yeah, that was a weird, like, but then again, if seriously,
I don't spend a lot of time on camera. Like, when we do this, it's like a lot more casual because like I get to be doing something else. Like, it doesn't just have to be like me being a successfully performing human. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, there are more diggable spots here. Oh, 3 more diggable spots. Yeah, no, the video turned out great. If you're wondering what just go to my,
Kuri
Crinton channel. There should be a playlist called, like, A Sightseer's Road. And it's, like, the tourism videos that I made for my town. And
I'm only in the number 8,
only in the
so
last
you don't
one.
really need to watch the rest.
Actually, yeah, don't watch the ones with the... Actually, wait, watch all of them if you want. Because that's good, and I'd appreciate it. But we had to work with these...
We had to work with limited talent.
Okay, so
I
to be specific...
I say we. I was literally there for the 8th video because those girls couldn't be there.
Because of Baloney Gyrus. Baloney Cyrus.
Miley
Cyrus's pseudonym. It's like, wait, your last name is still Cyrus? Yeah, but my first name is Baloney, so no one will ever guess. It's like, yeah, that's a bunch of baloney. Ha! You see what I did there?
No, I don't.
Oh.
And I'd prefer not to, actually.
But, in reality, what happened was, we had to work with these...
Young ladies.
With these young ladies from, like, from a local university and high school, actually, like high school seniors.
Really?
And yes. There's one of the girls is in college and the other ones are high school seniors.
That we ran into?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I got on this project and they're like, oh yeah, these girls are talent. They're going to be doing the interviews and, like, asking all these shop owners and the people involved in, like, the places that we're going questions about the places. And I was like, okay, cool. No problem. These girls are gonna be fine because they're, like...
Being paid to be here.
Because they're being paid to be here to be, like... these tourism video, I guess, representatives of sorts, right? They're here to show people around Mizunami City. Mm-hmm. And I start filming these videos, and I realize rapidly that literally you start filming them, and they just like, oh, it's so awkward when the camera's rolling. I'm like, okay, why are you here?
Yeah.
Like, literally, why are you here? I could have done this without you. You don't even need to fucking be here right now.
I was scared he was gonna leave me when I was there.
You, what?
I was scared that you were gonna get so sick of filming, you're gonna be like, she's just like them.
Oh, when I was filming you? No,
yeah,
dude, that's not...
I was like, he's gonna leave me.
No.
I'm gonna be awkward. He's like, man, like, they're so awkward. And I was like, I'm awkward too. Does he know?
No, okay,
Does he know
dude.
yet that I'm awkward?
So, okay. To put into perspective what I mean by awkward. When you're doing a tourism video for a place like a sweet shop or a bakery or a place where they're serving you food. When you eat the food at said restaurant or bakery or baked goods or sweet confectionery shop, typically you're supposed to have a big reaction like, oh man, that's so delicious. Oh my god, that's like, this is the best mochi ever. Like, it's so yummy.
Yeah.
And, right, these girls would literally take a bite and say nothing with, like, practically frowns on their faces, and then like, look at each other and giggle and like a nervous, like, sorry, it's so, and then I'd stop rolling and then be like, whew, that was so awkward, right? I'm like, fuck you, dude, why are you being paid? Like, but needless to say, I edited around all of their awkwardness and was able to find literally, like, if I shot a whole day's worth of footage of them, I had to... That's a very lucrative stone that you just... Nice. If I shot a whole day worth of footage with those girls, I had to edit 4 to 5 minute videos and find just these, like, 5-second clips of them smiling with each other. I literally had to resort to not telling them when I was rolling, because as soon as I would start rolling the camera, they would be like, ew, awkward, a camera! And I'm like, oh, dude.
So you can see why I was concerned when every time a camera got pointed at me, I forgot how to eat food.
Yeah, but it still turned out better than what those girls could do on camera. Like, there was a point when I ended up accidentally being rude to them because, like, I stopped rolling one day. One of the days I was shooting when we were in the Chawanya, the ceramic shop. They were supposed to be drinking tea, this, like, local Mizunami tea, grown in Mizunami, processed in Mizunami, fucking served in Mizunami pottery and all this stuff. And this guy serves them this tea, and he's telling them all about how fucking interesting and unique this tea is, and they drink it as if... Okay. Imagine the awkwardness that would ensue if you were at a relative's house who you never speak to, and you're sitting down at dinner with them, and unbeknownst to you, they suddenly said something about, the South will rise again. That's the level of awkwardness that ensued with these girls for no reason at all. They would just be like, they'd just like... I'm like, I hate you. It was fucking awful, dude. Like... And
so funny.
So yeah, like every single time I would be done with these shoots, I'd go home to Lindsay and I'd be like, another fucking day with these stupid idiots.
This is completely off topic, but I said that was really funny. And you know, it's in How I Met Your Mother, right? Where it's like the girl that he breaks up with because she always says is it Friends?
It's Scrubs.
It's Scrubs.
Yeah, where she says that's so funny. Yeah, which is...
That show ruined that for me, because I say that sometimes, and then every time I do, I'm like, that's so annoying, why didn't I just...
Well, actually, no. You know what? That didn't ruin the girl who said that's so funny for me. Mm-hmm. Her name was Julie on the show, because they played a Fountains of Wayne song to introduce her character and to introduce their relationship called Hey Julie.
Yeah.
I remember because I was a big fan when I was young. Lead singer of Fountains of Wayne, may he rest in peace. Kind of a bummer note, but kind of a bummer that he passed on. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that segment, that moment in Scrubs made me that was the defining moment for like, oh, this show's going downhill. Yeah. Because you can't make the main character a likable, relatable guy if he's going to make his new girlfriend cry over something as simple as saying, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Do you remember that scene when, like, she's crying and Turk says, like, what happened? Like, what's going on? And he says, and JD says something like, well, she's not saying that's so funny anymore. And you're like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
You're an asshole. And, like, that was the moment that I was like, Scrubs is going downhill. Like, this show is on the downturn.
Yeah.
And actually, it was probably earlier than that, but I remember that being like one of those defining, like, I don't actually like this show that much anymore moments, you know? There were moments like that in almost every good American sitcom where, like, you notice that
the character has stopped being likable.
Yeah. Like, I still am really enjoying Schitt's Creek quite a bit, but there are some things that are popping up in the characters a little bit here and there that are starting to turn me away from the characters a little bit more.
Like what?
There was something about the complete... like, it was completely unnecessary for David and the hotel girl, Stevie. For David and Stevie to struggle with the police thing.
Oh, yeah.
With being robbed at gunpoint. And even though David's boyfriend is getting increasingly frustrated with David and Stevie's inability to use their words, they can't find it in themselves to just say, yeah, we were robbed at gunpoint. And I was like... I think the whole point of that was that they were embarrassed because they weren't really actually robbed at gunpoint. A guy came in with a mask on and was like, give me stuff, and they like offered him like wine to pair with the cheeses and stuff. Yeah, but did he not have a gun?
He had his hand in his pocket.
Oh, okay.
So
then that makes more sense because I when I was watching that, for some reason I was watching that and thinking like, yeah, the guy had a gun.
No, because he asked me, he's like, did you ever see like a weapon? And they were like, actually, no.
Yeah.
Like it was just like he was in like a hoodie, and I think they thought he had a gun in his pocket, but like they never actually.
The character who I think is getting better and better as the show goes on. Is the daughter in the show.
Alexis.
Alexis is awesome, and like she's becoming like just... I think it's interesting when you hear the characters in the show talk about like, wow, Alexis has grown into such like an inspiring person, because her character in the show has actually grown into like the most mature out of all of them.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool to see. But I don't want Schitt's Creek to go downhill for me.
I haven't really.
There were a couple of
maybe.
episodes that to me felt like ones that we watched recently that felt like a little bit of hiccups. That I was like, I don't love the writing of this, but I was okay with it. Like there's nothing that's gonna ruin it for me.
Yeah.
Like JD making his new girlfriend cry and saying, she's not saying that's so funny anymore. It's like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
You're such a shit. Like.
Yeah.
I mean, there are so many places in How I Met Your Mother where like you go like, oh my god, like the writing has just taken a turn for the shit. But the hardest thing is watching sitcoms that you used to love and realizing that like they were never good from the beginning.
Yeah.
The other night when we started Community again, it took a few episodes for me to realize why I liked the show. Because the first few episodes are just Jeff being an asshole.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Yeah.
Just an insufferable fucking dickhead the whole time. And like pinning people against each other and stuff. And you're just like, yikes, why did I like this show? But then it gets into it and gets into the Halloween episode and the debate episode.
Yeah.
All of which are like really funny and really clever. But like I remember a while back starting the first few episodes of Scrubs and thinking like, yikes, this doesn't hold up. This doesn't hold up at all.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't think if I watched the first season of How I Met Your Mother, it would hold up.
Oh yeah, no.
I mean, I remember loving that show when it was coming out. I remember absolutely adoring it. Like, oh, right, this is what Friends could have been.
Yeah.
But like, I just saw an AV Club article like 2 days ago. Like, it's time to get angry about the How I Met Your Mother ending again. I was like, why? I didn't bother reading it though.
Yeah. I never actually watched that show through to the end.
Neither did I. I didn't bother.
Yeah, because like it wasn't worth it anymore. Like the amount of time I had put into it started to feel like I had wasted my time because the show was just kind of like falling apart completely.
Yeah, completely and totally. Yeah, I mean, one of the things that was an immediate red flag was when they won an Emmy, and Jason Radner in the speech said something along the lines of, "We'll keep making them as long as you keep watching them." I was like, that's not how any art should be.
Yeah.
That's not how any art should be.
I don't like that.
I was like, come on, dude. Like, are you serious?
Have a little respect.
Like, there's such a complete and total lack of dignity and respect for the art form of, and that is the biggest problem with television over film. Mm-hmm. In American television, more often than not, they will keep making it as long as the ratings are good enough to keep paying people, rather than say,
Out of your bees.
You're gone, I bet. That's my biggest problem with American television, and most television, frankly, is they'll keep making it as long as the ratings persist and the money flow is, like, continually just... It's not a good way to think about art.
Yeah.
It's because it's more of a...
that, like, end... Like Schitt's Creek, people are starting to get really into that show, you know? Like, it's picked up a ton of traction lately, and it's over, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
because, like, the stories that they told, they're done telling them, so, like, why continue? Which I respect.
Yeah.
Where's my freaking ladder? Just give me my ladder, man.
But yeah, like, I respect shows that end too. It's just that TV is seen more as a business.
Yeah.
Movies are as well. Don't get me wrong. I know there are people.
Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel movies are a business. Nice. Marvel movies are a business. Big blockbusters are a business. Despite what anyone thinks, fucking Quentin Tarantino's movies are just big blockbusters. They're not art house films. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they were at one point, but definitely not now.
They were at one point when he was spending, like, practically less than $1 million on Reservoir Dogs with him and his friends making a movie in a warehouse. Mm-hmm. But now they're $100 million movies where he's, where the blockbuster is yielding fucking however many hundreds of millions of dollars because the world is like, oh my god, he's the most premier art house. It's like, fuck that, dude. When money gets involved, you start making decisions based on money rather than art. And I think that for film, it's more often than not that there is simply more artistic freedom because a television show has to last longer. It has to last a season and then hopefully be renewed for another season and be renewed for another season Nice. And it has to hold up, right? It has to have renewability. Mm-hmm. But movies, you can make what you want to make and give the message that you want to give and be done with it. And if it doesn't work out, then sure, you lost money. But you were still able to stick true to what you wanted to say.
Yeah.
Whereas in television, there are just too many people, and there's too much money, and there's too much business involved in it.
Yeah.
And I know this. The thing is like I know it for a fact. Please save one of those for me.
Oh, I will. I'm gonna save probably the last. How many do I have right now? 4. I'm gonna give you 3.
You're gonna give me 3?
Yeah. Otherwise, like, what's the point if you just have one to plant? There's my little island.
Oh, babe, that's so nice of you. But yeah, in a nutshell, I just think movies are better than television. Mm-hmm. And I know, I understand why people like television more than movies, but... I
tend to be a TV person simply because I don't have the attention span for movies a lot of the time. Because I have ADHD, and if I don't have someone there to watch a movie with me, like, it's really, really, really difficult let me down. It's really, really difficult for me to sit down and, like,
Yeah.
make the 2-hour dedication. Even if I know that I'll spend 2 hours watching whatever I'm watching is a TV show.
Oh, yeah,
I
'cause
know
you will.
I don't have to give as much thought to a TV show either. Like,
Yeah.
I can be a little bit tuned out and I won't miss.
Mm-hmm.
Because TV shows, there's a lot more filler. Like, with a movie, like, all of it is important.
Yes.
So you have to watch.
Yes.
With a TV show, it's not all important.
And I guess the thing is like, I know that there is more business in television for a fact. There's literally no debating it because of the education that I have and because of doing my best to break into the industry and, like, getting jobs in the industry and stuff. I am aware of how it works. Every single professor, every single person in film will tell you, oh yeah, the industry's moving to TV, there's more money there. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. There's more money there because of, like, the modern age of binge watching and the modern age of, like, everything must stream. Mm-hmm. So, like, it's about, like, it's about the number of hours that you can keep someone on the TV.
Yeah.
And with a movie, that is limited to the span of how long a movie can be.
Mm-hmm. And people don't watch movies that are longer than, like, 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly. There's
there are, like, a few that are longer than that, but, like...
I watched Sion Sono's Love Exposure, which is a 4.5-hour bizarre epic of strange proportions.
That's nutty.
And I watched the entire...
Oh, look at that!
I love that. I watched the entire thing with only one single bathroom break. I watched the Before trilogy, Richard Linklater's Before trilogy, in a triple feature in theaters with only 15 minutes in between each film, and it was one of the greatest theater... It's the single greatest theater-going experience I've ever had in my life. It was the best fucking movie-watching experience I think I've ever had. Oh, dude. There are so many bamboo things you can build. Are you gonna gift me something?
Yes.
You weren't gonna, were you?
That's so cute!
Oh, shit, dude!
Bamboo shoots made a bamboo shoot lamp. Oh, can I make... That's 6 and that's 6. I have to pick between the steamer basket. I think I'll make the backpack.
Well, yeah, you can always harvest more tomorrow.
Yeah.
Basket pick! Yeah, sorry, I know I rant a lot about films and television on here. I mean, know I do it. It's
that's
literally...
kind of the point of this channel, is for us to just rant about stuff, right? Like,
yeah.
Ain't that why we're here, guys?
Yeah, that's why we're here. That was the audience responding.
Thank you guys so much.
But yeah, I'm the reason I apologize is because I think it's like, if you watch episodes with, like, me and Austin, it's just me ranting about how I think, like... You know what I think is hilarious, though? So, proof that the internet is just for people who want to be angry about something. I have been, for the past few months,
God.
don't worry, for the past few months, I have been posting all sorts of important things on my Facebook. Mm-hmm. I've been I love it.
Me too. Oops.
I've been posting things like, for example, the Mizunami tourism videos. I've made tourism videos hired by City Hall in my town. For my town.
Nobody responds.
So I post things like that. I post things like why I think the Japanese response to Baloney Cyrus is not adequate. I post things like my Kudo videos. I post things like this, right? I'd get like I'd get like a couple responses here and there. I literally posted because just one single thing. I posted a status that said, Quentin Tarantino is a garbage filmmaker, an actual piece of garbage, or something like that. And the world fucking everyone that I, like, once knew decided to respond, like, you know, like...
their opinion.
With their opinions. You're fucking wrong, dude. You're fucking crazy. Are you serious? Like, all this stuff. And so I'm posting all of these, like, important things in my life, and then I just, like... The reason I posted this status was because I watched... It came up in my, like, videos you might like on YouTube. The clip of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the incredibly, like, regressive clip of Bruce Lee having his ass kicked by Brad Pitt. And
What an eye roll.
It's literally one of the worst clips in a movie I think I've ever seen in my life. It is so stupid and so, like... It's stupid because who's gonna believe it? You know, like, everyone in the world... that like, it's common knowledge at this point that, like, Bruce Lee was one of the most amazing people to ever work with. He was one of the most humble people to ever work with and all this stuff. And, it's like common knowledge, right? And so I watched this clip of this cocky, stereotypical, you know, Chinese man who's like, I'm the best, I could whoop anyone's ass, I'll whoop your ass right now, and all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, this is just Quentin Tarantino fucking jerking off, like, all over, like, I'm so good at making movies, like, this is the movie I want to make. And it's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid and so regressive and just kind of like a hideous scene. And I post, yeah, Quentin Tarantino is actually a garbage filmmaker, and the world responds. I'm like, oh, cool.
Suddenly everyone cares.
Suddenly everyone cares about what I post on my Facebook. And I was like, right, I forgot that Facebook and everything, Facebook and Twitter are just for people to get, like, angry. But yeah, I thought that was, like, a strange... You can change using your Imperial chest?
That's pretty cool.
That's a cool room.
I'm going to...
Take some medicine, maybe?
I was going to see if I have some in storage. I don't know if I keep any...
You gonna wear your recycled boots?
I really like them. I was wearing them before. I was going to put something else in here, but I have a more important task at hand, which is to... I know.
I'm okay. It's all good. We're good. What are you gonna put on?
Here you go.
Oh, babe. The shorts.
Oh, I always
You
do that.
You always do that.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that again. Get changed. And I'll do it right this time. Okay. Take off. Take off. Take off.
Ooh, wait. Keep going.
Oh my god. Done. And now?
You could just do a custom design thing? What's in here?
What?
Oh, God. So cute.
I look so cute! Look at me! 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 I'm so cute! Look at me!
You need medicine. You just like fucking puke all over the place. Like, God, those deadly bee stings.
Have I ever told you about the time I got stung by a bee at work?
No.
It was when I worked at Oban, and so there was the guy managing was Ricky, and he was really, really cool. I loved him very much. He was a great manager. And he was in the back, and I was hostessing, because I was a hostess, and a couple came in. There was, like, a lot of bees nearby Oban, and the door, we had these, like, garage doors on the side of the restaurant that could open up, so, like,
yeah.
we normally had indoor, outdoor, or we could open the garage doors and, like, you know, let in a bunch of fresh air. And so the garage doors were open, and, and I was gonna pick some weeds so I could make my own medicine. And the garage doors were open and there was like bees flying around, but for the most part I ignore them because if you ignore bees, they ignore you back. And so I was ignoring the bees. And this couple came in and they wanted to be seated inside, so I like go to like walk them inside, and I feel like a really sharp pain in my foot while I'm walking them, and I don't like say or do anything about it because like, you know, I'm trying to be a professional. I just felt like a really sharp pain like between like my first two toes. And I kind of like, as I'm walking, like have my leg up behind me and kind of like swipe at it, and I feel like a bug.
Yeah.
I feel a bee specifically, and I just kind of like brush it off of my foot, walk them to their table, seat them, put their menus down, and then I go to the back and I'm like, hey Ricky, and he's like, yeah, and I'm like, I think I just got stung by a bee. And he's like, are you allergic to bees? And I was like, I don't know, I've never been stung by a bee before. And we're both just kind of looking at each other. And he's like, are you sure you got stung by a bee? And I was like, no, I didn't see it because I was in the middle of seating customers. Guests. I was in the middle of seating guests. And he's like, well, maybe it wasn't a bee. And so I like grab a broom and just kind of like try and go about my business, like pretending to sweep, and I find the dead bee on the floor, like halfway between the hostess desk and the table, and I pick it up by its wings, and I go back to it, and I'm like, this is the bee that stung me. And he's like, okay, like, do you feel okay? And I was like, yeah, I feel fine. I was like, I don't know though, my toe hurts. And he's like, is it getting swollen? And I was like, yeah. And then Luis, a server, comes to the back. And he's like, you know, you're not supposed to pull it out, right? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, like if you pull out like the stinger, like it releases more toxins, like you squeeze it and it like releases more into your injury. And I was like, but I already pulled it out. So they gave me a Band-Aid, and I just like, because I am who I am, I have anxiety, I'm a little bit of a hypochondriac. I just like for the whole rest of the day was waiting to just fucking die from this bee sting. I was so sure I was gonna die, man.
Oh, dude, I have an, like, so Austin and I, this was recently, it was like before I moved here, we were out in the backyard, and, I had to go into the grass to grab something real quick, or to like unplug something.
Yeah.
And I walk out there barefoot, and, I stepped on a bee. And I am very suddenly, I'm just like, ow, ow. And, like, Austin's like, what's wrong? What's going on? And then it started burning. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, ow, ow, and I, like, collapsed to the ground. Austin's like, what's happening? Like, he brings me to the house, and I see, like, the bee stinger on the bottom of my foot. And, you know, I haven't been stung by a bee since I was a child. So, you know, I am, like, kind of a little bit worried. I'm like, oh my god, am I allergic to bees? Like, why is this burning so much? It's on fire! Like, my foot is on fire! And, I call my mom, and I'm like, hey mom, I stepped on a bee. Like, do you think I'm okay? She's like, I don't know, I don't think you've ever been allergic to bees. I was like, what happens when you're allergic to bees? She's like, well, you go into anaphylactic shock. I was like, what does that mean? She's like, you know, you die. And I was like, oh, well, that's not happening. She's like, yeah, I know it's not happening, or you wouldn't be on the phone with me right now. And,
that's like how Ricky responded too. I was like, I don't know if I'm allergic to bees. He's like, I think you'd be really quickly figuring it out if you were.
Yeah, like, the funniest thing I think that my mom has ever said to me was, like, I was still on the phone with her for a bit, because she was like, just stay on the phone with me, make sure that, like, you don't start, like, having, like, being really hard of breathing, don't start, like, swelling up, and, like, you know, your heart starts racing and all this stuff. And I was like, no, I think I'm good. It just, like, hurts, like, a ton. Like, God, who knew that bee stings were so serious, right? 666. Yikes. I said to my mom on the phone, I'm like, God, like, you know, who knew bee stings were so serious? And she's like, well, people die. And I was like, yeah, I suppose that's right. She's like, yeah, I mean, of course they're serious. Like, but yeah, like, getting stung by a bee is just, like, it's such a pain that brings you back to, like, what it is to feel pain as a child, even if you've never been stung as a child.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, ow, oh, it
Lindsay
burns.
has a... I'm gonna buy that. It might look good in that other room. I'm buying a lot of things. I love wallpaper and tile. TBH.
Again, at the 40-minute mark of our video, I have to pee like a racehorse. You want the Lindsay show back?
Okay.
Are you okay with the Lindsay show?
I am.
Do you like the Lindsay show more than the Lovey Dumplings?
No, I don't.
You don't?
I like being with you. Not in like a sweet romantic way. I just suffer being alone.
She's trying really hard not to be a softie, but you're a little baby inside.
I'll stab you.
In my sleep, I'm
Well,
gonna die
have you guys seen my
tonight.
back room yet? You go pee and I'll show them my house.
House tour.
House tour.
MTV Cribs.
MTV Cribs. Okay, a tour of my house. So, you guys have watched me. You guys saw that I built this recently. Everything in my house is dyed pink. It's not super pink, so I like it. I mean, like, I like pink. I think pink is a good color. I'm not here to be a hater on pink. I went through that phase in, like, middle school when, like, girls start to, like, reject things that are girly to try and make themselves seem cool, and I'm past that. Pink is a great fucking color. So I've got all my stuff is dyed pink. I've got my little hermit crab over here and some cat grass on top, and I've also got a cat toe over here. Because you can't have pets in this game, and I think it's really funny that they have pet stuff like cat grass and a cat tower. Got my koi fish, my skeleton. I love him so much. It's great. And then you guys have seen this room already because I literally just decorated it 5 seconds ago. But I'm gonna try out the rattan. Is that how you say that word? I'm gonna try out this flooring. Place on floor. And we'll see how it looks in here. Ooh, that's nice. That looks like the flooring in here. It's not tatami, but it looks like tatami, so we're gonna stick with it. I think that's really nice. I'm excited to show Clint that. And last but not least, I'd like for you guys to see my bunny themed room. It's absolutely horrifying. I can't wait until this theme is dead and gone and I can get rid of all of this stuff. But it's a bummer that storage is so limited because I just expanded to a second. Oh, I hate it so much. It's so ugly. I'm gonna take the kettle out. That doesn't match. This doesn't match either. I just left this stuff in here. This is awful. This is a nightmare room. It's a terrible nightmare room, and I can't wait until this event ends and I can get rid of this shit and pretend that this never happened. But in the meantime, I am building the furniture and I've got the eggs, so why not do it? Do you like it? Is it nightmarish?
You know, like is a strong word. I would congratulations on winning Happy Home Designer competition
Thank
or whatever.
you.
For
Got rank S.
what does that even mean?
I don't really know, but I got a plaque.
Now this place, on the other hand.
Did I show like the new flooring?
Mm-hmm.
But not right there.
Wow. Wow. That really tied the room right together, you know?
I can't play my bamboo drums when they're up there though.
How is this sticky rice stuff so good?
ASMR, baby. I want to eat whatever's in that pot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try out just real quick. I want to see how this and this looks together. That's nice.
It is.
Not for this room, but but as a look.
Mm-hmm. I agree. You want another bite?
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. The last bite's for you. How's
Oh,
that?
that's a big bite.
It's not that big a bite.
This was like 4 bites for me.
It's not that sweet though.
It's not that sweet. No, it's really good.
I don't know what this sweet is called actually.
Yeah, what is this?
I don't know, but it's delicious. They're so good.
Mm-hmm.
And they're kind of filling, which is nice. But, babe, we're approaching the end of this episode.
No way.
43 minutes. 43 minutes. You know.
Time flies.
Time flies when you're cutting down bamboo and culturally appropriating.
I live in Japan. It's not cultural appropriation.
I know. I know.
Oh, there's a noodle going down. Ah!
Oh my god,
wanna
you can
catch
see
it.
noodles
Oh my
going
god, I
down?
just like definitely spit food out.
Did you, where?
Like, comment, subscribe if you saw the food fly out of my mouth.
If you want to do a fan edit of, oh God, are you gonna pick it up off the floor?
Here, I found it.
No, I don't want that, babe. That's cool. You can put it in my bag. You just wiped it on your pants?
I thought you took it.
No, I tried.
Well, it's on me now.
I would like these more if they weren't so damn sour.
They're not that sour.
They're really sour. But they make
I'm
my
trying to look for
apartment
more
smell
noodles. Noodles, where are you? Noodles, noodles,
good.
noodles.
Noodles.
Noodles, noodles.
Yeah, your place is looking real good, babe.
Thank you. Noodles, come on. Oh, I have to do it myself. Look, babe, look.
There they go.
Look.
When I was at Tokyo Orientation for Jet, for this
Makes me
program,
think of Terrace House.
I was at a bar in the Golden Guy in Shinjuku, and I was with a couple of friends, and we were hanging out, and we were watching. There was like TV on in this bar. Fucking, there was like this competition type thing to see. Like there was a town that was doing a bamboo noodle slide throughout the entire town. And I didn't even know bamboo noodle slides existed in this world.
I learned about them from Terrace House.
And so, suddenly... Fuck, dude. These also don't tear apart that easily.
Do ASMR. Put it where...
No. I had no idea these existed in the world, these bamboo noodle slides. And suddenly I'm seeing people do it throughout an entire city. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And, oh my god, yeah, sorry about the ASMR, guys, but I'm trying to eat a tangerine here. A mandarin orange or something.
You hungry?
A little, yeah, but we've got lunch here, so. Look at her dusting.
She's so cute.
Are you a furry?
No.
Are you?
You wish.
So you wouldn't...
You're so furry. Hairy man. Monkey man.
I'm not that hairy. I'm not that furry.
Yeah. Not right now.
Yeah.
Give it a couple weeks.
I know. I just manscaped. Everyone's like, thanks. We asked for it.
Do you guys want to hear about his manscaping routine?
They don't. No one does.
It's really fun.
Once every couple of months, I will go to town with an electric beard trimmer on
Shave
my...
literally every inch of hair on his body.
You bet your bottom dollar.
Every bit. Every bit.
Anyways, you think we should end the episode?
I get to shave his back.
You're like, and boy, is it a treat! An absolute privilege!
Well, to be fair, like, as a woman, like, using, like, an electric razor is not something that we do. Like, electric razors are, like, for men, you know? Like,
Yeah.
like women use, like, we never grow our body hair long enough to use an electric razor. Unless you're a woman who, like, shaves her head, in which case, that's badass, and I'm probably in love with you.
Babe. But, you know, we're in a committed, beautiful relationship, so... Oh, God.
But, yeah, no, like, so it's fun when you're a girl with a boyfriend who uses an electric razor and you haven't had that much exposure to humans who use electric razors, and so literally...
Humans who use electric...
I'm talking about, it could be anybody. If you're a person who uses, like, typically they are marketed towards, like, people with more body hair, and typically that's men. Or, you know?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's really fun to be able to have that opportunity. I appreciate having that. I've dated a lot of people that are mostly hairless, so.
Just smooth as a baby's ass. Yeah, that's never been me. Mijo, is that your teacher friend? You've got more friends on here than I do. Are you gonna send me a message right now?
I am, yeah. Ooh, I like that one.
Oh, that's cute. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. So many. Oh my god, babe. Should I go away for this so you...
No.
No? You don't want it to be a secret? You're gonna do it in Portuguese. Hey, so babe, what are you gonna write in Portuguese? I had no idea you knew Portuguese. What is this alien language? Like, comment, and subscribe if you're Portuguese and you appreciate what she's doing right now. What? Is that Portuguese?
It means I love you.
I'm sorry. Could you say it for the audience?
Igjig Inkoski.
That means I love you in Portuguese.
I don't think that's Portuguese.
I don't think that's anything, but you can. Oh no! I was really appreciating it.
No, I don't think you were.
I mean, you know, whenever you want to make up a language in the name of the. Oh my God. Oh Christ. What the fuck, dude? Like, comment, and subscribe if you know what this means. Go for it. Okay.
Best love, baby.
I don't... You probably sent, like, these cute letters to, like, Hannah and... Who else? Lauren. Hannah and Lauren. And then you send me complete garbled gibberish mess.
It means I love you.
In what language? Could you read that to me, actually? I was wondering if you could. Like, comment, and subscribe if you can read whatever the fuck gibberish you just wrote.
Like, comment, subscribe if you think I'm multilingual.
Like, comment... Like, comment, subscribe if you think she's full of shit.
Don't like, don't comment, subscribe. Well, actually, probably do. Probably do like, comment, subscribe if you think I'm full of shit.
Yeah, probably.
Probably if you're gonna like, comment, subscribe for anything, that one's...
That's the
our
one to
best
do
bet.
it. Yeah. Okay, cool kids. We'll catch you later.
We'll catch you later.
You're gonna use a Nook Miles ticket right now? Are we gonna do another episode?
I don't know what you're doing, man, but I'm taking off right now.
We'll catch you guys in a jiffy. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Oh.